am so thrilled to announce another first-time Bushwick performer tonight. Woohoo! Up next is Amy Laybourn. Growing up a classical pianist, Amy Laybourn let music go from her life for decades before buying a piano for $50 on a whim from Goodwill. Or nope, Value Village. Value Village, not Goodwill. Since that fateful day, she has forged a new path in life, learning new instruments, teaching and writing music, taking on one new challenge at a time. She is passionate about songwriting and performing, and she writes catchy and reflective songs that you've never heard before, but will feel you've always known. Amy is a strong believer in encouraging others to find and follow their creativity at any age, and in building and contributing to the local arts community. We're so excited to have Amy Laybourn.
Thank you, Emily. So I am a middle-height, middle-aged white woman, and I am wearing a floor-length, very colorful psychedelic skirt that was made by my grandmother back in the 60s, I think. I like to hang on to a few things, and that sort of intergenerational theme is part of my songwriting tonight, too. So I was really drawn to the characters of, there's a mother and daughter, for those of you who haven't read the book. They're both goats, and the daughter is called Destiny, and she kind of comes back to the country after being gone for a long time without any explanation. And the mother is kind of on the edge of dementia and struggling to pull things together on her end. And they have some reuniting, and because of the course of the story, there's a point where the mother shares her story, her past, and she's never done that before. And the daughter never knew she even had family, and they were all sadly, brutally murdered. And there's reasons why this story was never told, but I was drawn to the sort of contrast between two opposite sort of themes in this book. One being the power of words, which several people have mentioned tonight. I have a couple of quotes I was just going to read out too. One about the power of words is, I don't remember who was speaking, but it goes, words were muti, words were weapons, words were magic, words were church, words were wealth, words were life. There's such a strong call to action of using your words in this book and the power of that. And then the flip side of that is the way sometimes words are just can't do any justice. This is the older goat character, the mother, speaking to her daughter after sharing that past for the first time, and she says, "These many years, decades later, I still cannot find the words, Destiny. Even as I'm telling you right now, I know I'm not telling it correctly, that I can never tell it right or tell it well. There are no words to tell it. There've never been, and there never will be." So I was really drawn to that message and theme, just being something I connect with myself, knowing that you'll never be able to know someone else's story, and it sort of takes a different level of empathy to be able to acknowledge and accept that. Like, I hear your story, and I will never know what it's like to be in your shoes. So I wanted to express that. This is words. Sometimes words are impossible. That's what I call it. Show me all your scars. They don't look anything like mine. Trace these lines, trace these tracks in time. Sometimes words are impossible to find. I'm not telling this correct. I could never tell it right or tell it well. Words have never been and words will never be I could never make you understand this hell. But I love you still. This is how, this is why I disappeared inside my mind. I thought forgetting, never looking back, would erase this pain inside. I know I'm not telling this correct. I could never tell it right or tell it well. Words have never been and words will never be. I could never make you understand this hell. Show me how to find another way through time. Show me how to iron out all these wrinkles in my mind. Stuffed it deep, deep, deep down inside. Sometimes words are impossible to find. No matter how hard I try, sometimes words are impossible to find. I know I'm not telling this correct. I could never tell it right or tell it well. Words have never been and words will never be. I could never make you understand this hell. But I love you still. Sometimes words are impossible to find. Sometimes words are impossible to find. Sometimes words are impossible to find. Thank you.
Give it up for Amy Laybourn. Beautiful. Thank you.
It don't matter what your age is, all the rages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club.